Picture this. It's 3 a.m. and instead of lying awake, heart racing, worrying about the money you lost, you're sleeping peacefully. No stress, no regrets, just calm, knowing your money, your time, and future are finally back in your control. I'm Steve Rose, and I spent almost a decade helping people break free from gambling addiction. One thing people often tell me is that life without gambling seems like it will be dull, like standing at the edge of a vast, empty desert, flat, unexciting, nothing to look forward to. But what if I told you that just beyond that horizon, there's a landscape full of richness, calm, and possibility waiting to be explored? In this video, I'll share 8 reasons why life without gambling is worth it. The first reason is the financial freedom. Gambling can feel like a thrill, but that thrill is like being on a financial roller coaster. Up one minute, down the next, never really in control. Imagine instead knowing exactly where your money is going and being able to plan for the future. You can finally invest in things that matter to you, whether it's paying down debt, building up savings, taking a trip, or just enjoying a night out without guilt. This freedom is a huge weight off your shoulders and makes life feel a whole lot lighter. Although gambling tells you it's the only path to financial freedom, the addiction actually prevents you from being able to stop while you're ahead. It never feels like enough. If you've ever had a big win, you'll probably be able to relate to how it just makes you want to gamble more. Stepping off this financial roller coaster is the only real way forward towards steady and stable progress. The second reason why life without gambling is worth it is the emotional stability. Picture this. Instead of riding the emotional highs and crushing lows of every bet, your days are steady, calm, and in control. Gone are the sleepless nights where you're wide awake, heart pounding, replaying every loss in your mind. You're no longer tied to the anxiety of waiting for the next big win to fix things. Without gambling, you start to feel like you're on solid ground. Your mood isn't dictated by the outcome of a bet. Emotional stability is like stepping into calm waters after being tossed around in a storm. It's that quiet strength that becomes part of you. And with it, life becomes more balanced, more manageable, and more enjoyable. The third reason why life without gambling is worth it is the improved relationships. Imagine being fully present with the people who care about you. No distractions, no hidden worries, just genuine connection. Without gambling in the picture, you're no longer glancing at your phone, waiting for updates, or thinking about the next bet while in conversations. Instead, you're right there, truly listening, laughing, sharing moments that mean something. Your relationships become richer, deeper. Friends and family see you as engaged, dependable, and real. They start to trust you again as you're no longer hiding things or making excuses. There's an openness and honesty that brings everyone closer. Without gambling taking up space in your mind and your life, you're able to give people you love the best version of yourself. The fourth reason why life without gambling is worth it is that you find joy in everyday life. Imagine waking up in the morning without the weight of yesterday's losses hanging over you. Instead, you start to notice the small things that used to slip by. Maybe it's the warmth of that first cup of coffee, the sound of the birds outside, or the simple pleasure of a quiet moment to yourself. Without gambling pulling at your attention, everyday life starts to feel richer, more satisfying. You're not constantly looking for that next thrill because you find moments of joy in what's already around you. Conversations feel warmer, food tastes better. There's a genuine sense of contentment that wasn't there before. Life without gambling brings you back to the present, where the little things become reasons to smile. And slowly you realize happiness doesn't have to come from a win. It's right here, in the everyday moments that are finally yours to enjoy. The fifth reason why life without gambling is worth it is enhanced health. Picture this. Waking up feeling refreshed, your mind is clear, your body is rested. Without the late nights, the stress, and the constant worry that gambling brings, you start to feel more energized. Your sleep improves. You're not just tossing and turning, replaying losses, or strategizing the next game. Instead, you're able to drift off peacefully knowing there's no secret pressure hanging over you. Your body begins to notice the difference too. The tension in your shoulders eases. Your heart isn't racing with stress. And even your breathing feels lighter. You notice you have more energy for things you enjoy, whether it's exercise, cooking a good meal, or just spending time with people you care about. It's amazing how much of a toll gambling can take on your physical and mental health. Without it, your body and mind have room to heal, to strengthen, and to thrive. You start to feel like the best version of yourself, healthy, balanced, and ready to take on each day with a clear mind. The sixth reason why life without gambling is worth it is you rediscover lost passions and hobbies. Think back to the things you used to love, the hobbies, the activities that brought you joy before gambling took center stage. Maybe it was playing an instrument, painting, hitting the gym, or spending hours getting lost in a good book. Without gambling consuming your time and energy, you find yourself naturally drawn back to these passions. You finally pick up that guitar, that brush, or those running shoes, and it feels like reconnecting with an old friend. There's no rush, no pressure, just enjoyment. You remember what it's like to lose yourself in something meaningful, something that doesn't depend on luck or risk. You dive back into those interests and realize they fill you up in a way gambling never could. These are the moments that bring real satisfaction. And with every step, every stroke, every note, you rediscover a part of yourself that's been waiting to come alive again. Life feels fuller, richer, and more in tune with who you truly are. The seventh reason why life without gambling is worth it is better focus and productivity. Imagine sitting down for work or to start a project, and for once, your mind isn't scattered, pulled in a dozen directions. There's no nagging urge to check scores, no distractions from planning the next bet. Instead, you're able to focus fully, giving your attention to what's in front of you. Without gambling clouding your thoughts, your productivity skyrockets. You find you're able to get things done faster, with more clarity, and actually enjoy the sense of accomplishment that comes with completing tasks. Whether it's work, school, or personal goals, you're no longer just going through the motions. You're fully engaged, and it shows. You start seeing progress in areas you might have neglected before. Projects move forward, goals become attainable, and you realize how much you're capable of when you're not tied up in the mental chaos of gambling. The eighth reason why life without gambling is worth it is that you rediscover your self-worth. Imagine looking in the mirror and feeling a quiet confidence. Not because you're on a winning streak or a lucky break, but because you know your value doesn't depend on luck. Without gambling dictating your highs and lows, you start to see yourself differently. You're no longer defined by the outcome of a game or the balance in your account. As you step away from the ups and downs of gambling, you rediscover that you're worth so much more than any lucky win. You begin to value yourself for who you are, your strength, your resilience, your unique qualities that make you you. Every day, you're building self-worth based on real achievements and genuine connections. This newfound respect for yourself is steady, unshakable, and grows stronger with every decision you make that aligns with the person you want to be. And you start to feel proud of the life you're creating. If you're ready to take back control and experience this freedom, joy, and self-worth that life without gambling can bring, I'm here to help. Reach out at the link in the description for a free consultation where we can talk about where you are now, where you want to be, and how we can make that happen. If you want a breakdown of my best practical strategies on how to stop gambling without relying on willpower, check out my video here. And remember, recovery is not just about letting go of gambling. It's about becoming who you're always meant to be.